Everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today's makeup is going to be an easy but bold autumn glam, I think, and I'm only using drugstore / affordable makeup products for today's video as well because I haven't done that for such a long time. I'll leave here as usual what the end result will look like and we're just going to get straight on to today's video. So I'm going to start I think with a foundation today. My skincare's already done and my eyebrows, I've just gone through them with soap. I do have a tutorial on that, I'll leave it down in the description. So for my foundation today I am going to use the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I don't know if this is available yet in the UK but I always get mine off Amazon and it's one of my all-time favourite ever foundations. And I've mixed together a bit of 204 and 205. It may be just a little bit too dark for me at the minute, so I will just take a little bit down my neck. This foundation I do find applies much better with a brush first and then I work on blending it with a sponge after. I don't know why, I just feel like it does. It's quite a luminous foundation as well, so if you've got more oily skin you may not get along with this, but my skin is just so dry at the moment. I use this as my everyday foundation as well and just use like a sheer amount and then I can build it up so it's more of like a nice medium coverage as well. So it's quite a good sort of all-rounder foundation. I've used it for a really long time now and it's not often that I'll use the foundation and then when it runs out I'll buy the exact same one because I like to try a lot of different ones, but this I think I've repurchased it like 3 or 4 times now. Now is when I'll just go in with a sponge and just apply a little bit more to build up the coverage. If I use this day to day, I'll just use like my brush to apply it. I don't know why, I feel like a brush applies it better because usually I hate using a brush to apply my foundation. I'm going to apply just a little bit of concealer now. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. Just a tiny bit. I think this is the neutralizer. Yeah, this is a neutralizer shade. Just a little bit around my eyes. And then what I'll do later on is do my concealer and all that jazz properly, but I'll just pop a little bit on my eyelids as a bit of a base. I'm going to do my eye makeup before I set everything today, so I'm just using a little bit as a base for now. And then for my contour I'm going to use my beautiful bronze, and I always pop this on the back of my hand because I do find it sets quite quickly. You have to work quite fast with it. I want to run some of this through my eyes, which is why I'm doing base first today, but I feel like this makeup's quite an easy one. I've got quite a bold lip. I feel like if you want an easy but bold makeup, always go for like a bold lip and simple everywhere else, so it always looks like you've made a lot more effort than you have. Okay, then any that I've just got on the back of my hand, I'm just going to take on a brush. This is a Morphe E23 and I'm just going to take this through my socket just very, very lightly, just to give a little bit of definition, and then I'm going to blend it out towards my hairline because I'm only going to be using one eyeshadow colour today, so this will just give a little bit of depth in my crease to add a little bit more definition because the eyeshadow is going to be quite simple today. I feel like there's quite a lot of shadow on this side. My lighting is not like playing with me today, so if this side of me looks darker, it's because there's less light this side. Okay, so I'm going to move straight onto the eyes. I'm only going to use one eyeshadow today. I feel like a yellowy, like mustard eye, and then I've got like a dark brown, like matte liquid lid, but I think that'll be quite nice for autumn, and it's quite simple as well. So this, when I can get it out, oh, this is an eyeshadow from Makeup Geek called Chickadee, and it's a really nice, like, it's not too yellow and it's not too mustardy, it's sort of like in between. It's not too like bright for summer. I just really love that colour for autumn. So I'm literally going to apply this all over my lid and into my crease, just everywhere. So packing it on the lid first, and then softening into the crease a little bit, and then literally just flicking it out where I blended out that contour earlier. Such a lovely shade. I do really like eye looks at the moment, just using one eyeshadow. They're still effective, but they're really easy as well. Okay, so that's all for eyeshadow on the top. I'm going to do a winged eyeliner today, and I finally have a new gel liner from Maybelline, and I've not done a gel winged eyeliner for absolutely ages. This is my all-time favourite gel liner. I don't usually like liquid eyeliners or anything, which is why I've just stopped using them, and I just got a new one of these because I know I can work with these a little bit better. And I'm only going for a small wing today, which is famous last words because you always go out to do a small wing and then it just ends up getting bigger and bigger. So we'll see what happens today, but I'm just trying to do a small one today. Okay, and then for my main concealer, I'm using the Barry I think this is the All Night Long Full Coverage Concealer. The name has really rubbed off, but I'm using the shade 2, which is Oatmeal, and I'm also going to use this to sharpen up my liner as well. I'm going to place it everywhere I want it first. This will just brighten up my base a little bit as well because it is a little bit dark at the moment. And then we can start to blend all that in. I find when blending my concealer in, I always use the same side of the sponge that I used to blend in the foundation because I always feel like that works a little bit better and helps blend it in a little bit better for some reason. I don't know why. And then I usually use like that end just for my powders. You will get a little bit more coverage from your concealers as well if you do just leave it on the skin just to dry it a little bit, which is always a little trick because I love a full coverage underneath the eye. Okay, next I'm going to set my under eyes and my concealed areas. So I'm going to use the RCMA No Colour Powder today. This is such an amazing powder and it's so inexpensive. I can't believe like how much I've actually used because I never thought I would end up getting through this because you get so much. But it just shows how much I love it. Okay, so I'm not going to apply too much since sort of like baking or anything. I just want to kind of take the tackiness away of mainly my concealed areas, and then my bronzer and everything will kind of set the rest. I'm going to use more sort of glowy products today rather than too matte, so it's mainly my under eyes, even though they do end up creasing anyway, and just my concealed areas like down my T-zone, which may become a little bit shiny. Next for the under eyes, I'm just going to buff a little bit of that shadow underneath as well. And then I might line the waterline, but just on the very outer corner. Okay, next for eyeliner, I'm using the Barry M Bold Waterproof Eyeliner in brown. And I'm going to line my top waterline with this first. And then I'm also going to do the bottom, but only in the very, very outer corner. Let's say on like the outer third. Let's do lashes and then they can be drying, and mascara. So for mascara, I'm going to use my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. I'm not a huge fan of this. Everyone raves on about it, but I've been using it recently and it doesn't really feel like anything special to me. And then for eyelashes, I'm going to apply the Girls with Attitude. These are in the style Merbabe. They are the Mythical Lash. And I'm going to actually apply these off camera because they do take ages and I just want them to dry a little bit before we carry on. So I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to, for bronzer, use this one from Milani. This is the baked bronzer, but I can't remember which shade. So I'll link everything down in the description and I'll let you know. I think it's the darkest one. So I'm just going to buff this all over. This is more of a illuminating bronzer as well. And I'm not going to be using any blush today because I don't think that I've got one that will go with this look. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more bronzer to my cheeks than I usually would. And hopefully that will just act as a little bit more of a blush because that's one thing I do really lack in is blushes. I think I only own like 3. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm also going to apply a little bit of highlighter as well. So I'm going to use the Doll Beauty. I'm going to use the more goldeny one. I'm sure that is Shine Bright. And then for my lips, I've got this really dark brown lip, which I think will go nice with like the mustardy eyes. So first I am actually going to line my lips just with a random lip pencil. This is a MAC one, but we're pretending that it's not because this is a drugstore makeup tutorial. But this is simply just to line my lips, just so I've got a bit of a guide because it is very dark and it sets really quick. So I just want to outline them first. It smells just like chocolate brownies as well. This is an ultra matte liquid lipstick from, I think it's like their chocolate collection by L'Oreal or something. It's in the shade 856, which is 70% yum. And it literally smells just like chocolate brownies. Okay, so I feel like that lip just like completely switches it up. I absolutely love this makeup. It's simple, but it's bold at the same time, and it's all using drugstore products as well. Let me know what you guys think, but I absolutely love it. But that completes today's drugstore ultimate makeup tutorial, guys. I really hope you did enjoy it. Let me know if you did down in the comments below, and please give it a big thumbs up as well. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!